$6,200. That is what you got. Not a gift, not luck. You earned it. 3 years of showing up early, staying late, taking the projects nobody else wanted. Your manager sat across from you in a conference room with a glass wall and told you the company values your contribution. He slid a paper across the table. You looked at the number. You said thank you. You meant it. That was 14 months ago. You were sitting in the same apartment, driving the same car, checking the same banking app at the same hour of the night. The number on the screen is different from 3 years ago, but the feeling is identical. That low, constant pressure behind everything. That arithmetic running underneath every decision. The olive oil goes back on the shelf. The store brand goes in the cart. You got the raise. You still feel broke. You have told yourself it is inflation. Rent went up. Everything costs more. These things are true. They are not the whole truth. The whole truth is more specific, more structural, more invisible. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. This is not a story about working harder. This is a story about a system that was designed to consume every dollar you make before you ever have the chance to direct it somewhere it can grow. The raise did not fail you. The architecture around the raise failed you. Nobody handed you the blueprints. Here is what actually happened. You are 29 years old. You live in Nashville, Tennessee. Before the raise, you were taking home $2,890 a month after taxes and your 4% 401k contribution. You knew your numbers. Rent was $1,150. Car payment, $287. Student loans, $340. Groceries, utilities, phone, subscriptions. You had approximately $380 left each month that existed in a gray zone between savings and spending. Some months it went to savings. Most months it disappeared into things you could not fully account for by the 30th. You were surviving. You were not building. Then the raise arrived. $6,200 a year. Before taxes. Before your 401k percentage applies to the new base. Before the bracket adjustment nobody explained to you. The gross number was $6,200. The number that actually landed in your account every month was $312 extra, not $516, not $480, $312, because the system took its share first. It always does. $312 a month. You felt it for approximately 3 weeks. Then your landlord sent a letter. Lease renewal. New rate, $1,340 a month. An increase of $190. Your landlord did not get a raise. Your landlord got a market report. Nashville rents climbed 6.2% that year. The landlord adjusted accordingly. $312 arrived. $190 left before you spent a dollar of it. You had $122 left of your raise. This is the first rule. A raise does not increase your wealth. It increases your income. Those are two different machines. One fills a bucket. The other builds a pipeline. The bucket leaks. It has always leaked. The system is designed to ensure it leaks. But the rent increase was only the beginning. 3 months after the raise, you upgraded your phone. Not irrationally. Your old one was failing. Your carrier offered a deal. $34 more a month. You did not think of this as spending the raise. You thought of it as a reasonable upgrade at a reasonable time. You finally had a little room. That is exactly what lifestyle creep sounds like from the inside. Reasonable. Justified. One decision at a time. 6 months after the raise, you started getting lunch delivered twice a week. $18 average per order after fees and tip. $144 a month. You were busy. You were tired. You had worked hard enough to afford a small convenience. That logic is not wrong. That logic is the trap. 8 months after the raise, you added a gym membership. $49 a month. You went 11 times in the first 2 months. You went twice in month 4. You are still paying $49. You will pay it for another 7 months before the friction of canceling feels lower than the friction of admitting you stopped going. 11 months after the raise, your car insurance renewed. Your rate went up $31 a month. You did not shop around. You accepted it because comparing quotes felt like work and you were already tired. 14 months after the raise, you were sitting in the same apartment doing the same math. Let us count what happened to your $312. Rent increase, $190. Phone upgrade, $34. Lunch delivery, $144. Gym membership, $49. Insurance renewal, $31. That is $448 in new monthly obligations. You received $312. You are now $136 further behind every month than you were before the raise. You did not make reckless decisions. You did not buy things you could not afford. You made a series of individually reasonable choices that collectively consumed your raise, and then consumed $136 more. The system did not need you to be foolish. It only needed you to be normal. This is the second rule. Lifestyle inflation does not announce itself. It arrives one justified decision at a time until the baseline has shifted so far that you cannot remember what it felt like to live below it. Now let us talk about the number nobody showed you. $312 a month. 14 months. That is $4,368 that passed through your hands from the raise. That is not a small number. That is the beginning of an emergency fund that actually functions. That is 14 months of $312 going into a total market index fund at a historical average return of approximately 9% annually. Do you know what $312 a month becomes in 10 years in a low-cost index fund? $60,400. Not $37,440. Not what you put in times the months. $60,400. Because compounding does not care about your rent increase. It does not care about your gym membership. It does not care whether the delivery fee felt justified on a Wednesday when you were tired. It compounds on whatever you give it, and it does not return anything you redirect somewhere else. Your colleague Marcus got the same raise, same year, same manager, same glass-walled conference room. He took home the same $312 a month. He did one thing differently. On the day the raise took effect, before the first paycheck landed, Marcus called HR and increased his 401k contribution by 3%. Not the full $312, just $156 a month redirected before it ever appeared in his checking account. He never saw it, he never spent it, he never gave it the chance to become a gym membership or a delivery fee or a phone upgrade. He made the decision once. The system executed it automatically every pay cycle after that. At 29, Marcus has $156 a month going somewhere the system cannot reach. At 39, at a 9% historical average return, that $156 a month is $29,700. At 49, it is $98,000. Marcus did not get a bigger raise. Marcus did not have more discipline in any meaningful sense. Marcus made one structural decision before the money became visible. That is the entire difference. Not willpower, not sacrifice, architecture. This is the third rule. Money you never see, you never spend. The most powerful financial decision you will ever make is where you redirect income before it enters your daily life. This system is designed to present you with the money first and expect you to resist it. The people who build wealth do not resist it. They reroute it. There is something else happening that nobody talks about openly. The raise moved you socially without moving you financially. The restaurants your colleagues suggested on Fridays cost more than the ones you used to suggest. You stopped suggesting the old ones because the new ones felt appropriate for someone at your level now. The weekend trips that used to feel out of reach started feeling like things you should be able to do. You booked one, $680 for 3 nights. You needed it. You had worked hard. You deserved it. Every one of those sentences was true. None of them compounded. There is a version of life where you feel the raise every day, where the money is visibly present in the experiences you have and the comfort you carry. Many people live this version. At 45, they look at their retirement account and feel the distance between what is there and what they imagined, and they do not fully understand how the gap opened. The gap opened one deserved experience at a time. There is another version, the version where you feel the raise on the day it arrives, and then you make it invisible. You route it somewhere it can work without you. You live on what you lived on before. You let the machine run quietly in the background. This version is less immediately satisfying. At 45, it looks entirely different. You are 29 right now. The distance between those two versions of 45 is made entirely of decisions that have not happened yet. Let us be precise about what needs to change. Not conceptually, specifically. The day your next raise arrives, before the money touches your checking account, you do three things. First, you calculate the exact after-tax monthly increase. Not the gross number, not the annual figure. The actual dollar amount that will appear in your account. The gross number is not your money. It never was. Second, you increase your retirement contribution by at least half of that after-tax amount. Not all of it, half. The other half can go to your life, but half goes somewhere automatic before you have the opportunity to decide it belongs to a subscription or a delivery app or a slightly nicer version of something you already have. Third, you pull up your bank statement right now and find every recurring charge, every subscription, every auto renewal you forgot existed. The average American underestimates their monthly subscription spending by $133. That number is not an anomaly. That is the system working exactly as designed. Subscriptions are engineered to be invisible, priced at the precise point where canceling feels like more effort than paying. They accumulate below the threshold of conscious awareness. You are paying for things right now that you have not used in 4 months. You know this. You have not checked because checking requires admitting it. Check now. Here is the number that will stay with you. The average American receives 11 salary increases between age 22 and age 55. Over that period, their income roughly doubles in real purchasing power. They should, by the math, be accumulating meaningful wealth. The median retirement savings for Americans between 55 and 64 is $134,000. Not $1.3 million, not $800,000, $134,000. For people who worked 30 years, received 11 raises, showed up every single day. The raises arrived, every one of them. The system consumed every one of them. Not through fraud, not through theft. Through rent increases and phone upgrades and gym memberships and delivery fees and insurance renewals and subscription creep and social gravity pulling spending upward in perfect alignment with income. The machine is efficient. It does not miss. It was designed by people who understand exactly how money moves and exactly how to intercept it before you redirect it somewhere it can grow. You are 44. You are sitting in a conference room with a glass wall. Your manager is sliding a paper across the table. You have received 8 raises in 15 years. Your salary is $91,000. Your retirement account has $112,000 in it. Your monthly expenses are $5,400. They grew every time your income grew. The number on the paper in front of you is $7,800. A significant raise. You feel it for a moment. Then you think about the rent renewal coming in April. Marcus is 44. Same building, same 8 raises, same $91,000 salary. His retirement account has $381,000 in it. His monthly expenses are $4,100. He automated the decision once and let it run. He does not think about money the way you think about money. He thinks about time. He thinks about what the machine is doing while he is doing something else entirely. Same raises, same years, same city, same company. One of you changed one setting before the first raise landed. The other felt the raise every month and spent it every month and wondered every month where it went. The machine opens every morning. It does not ask what you intended. It does not account for the gym you stopped going to, or the app you forgot you subscribed to, or the delivery fee that felt reasonable on a Wednesday when you were tired. It processes whatever arrives. It moves money toward whoever designed the architecture it runs in. You can design that architecture. Or you can feel the raise for 3 weeks and spend the next 14 months wondering where it went. It did not go anywhere complicated. It went exactly where you let it go.